If you're someone who's stuck in your credit repair business, you can't get leads or you can't make consistent income. You sending out DMs and they're not converting or people are not responding. You're running ads, but you're not making money back. In 3 simple steps, I'm gonna explain exactly how you get out of that. I mean, I've somebody that's been in that phase, and I scaled my credit repair business over $500,000 a year. I'm Ray Sean, the host of Mind Behind the Money, and I got my man Kevon.
Kevon from Good Art Studios. I'm really the man behind the camera, but today I'm on here talking to my guy Jeter.
Let's talk about it, man. First thing I want to get into, I wrote down some notes so we can go over everything. I think the first problem people have is they don't have a system. Like they start a business. First, people want to scale and make money, but they don't have a system or understanding of how to do it. And it never made sense to me.
So, in my opinion, I didn't know what systems even was until I really got into it, like being around you for real.
Right.
And then even in my business, I'm starting to realize I'm gonna eventually need a system myself.
Right. Agreed. I think the first thing that people need to do, like when they start off, make sure you got a system. Even like I don't even mean have like a CRM or like a crazy system. So just make sure like you posting the right content. Like you posting content that's going to convert to leads. Because most people try to sell on their content. And that's the biggest mistake you can make. If you posted a video and you asking people, hey, buy my product, buy this, buy that. Think about this. How many times have you went on a social media post and bought something?
Never.
That's the thing. People don't know that. Like when you create content for your business, it's for lead generation. Or you could be giving away a list and collecting emails and phone numbers. And then you might have a free webinar, or you might have a free 3-day challenge, or even you got a free community, or you can book them into a call and then sell them there. It make way more sense. But you got to understand, you got content, lead generation, and then you sell at this point. But you got to get the lead gen first because nobody's going to buy from you offline. It's just business don't work that way.
So even on that scale, like, what do you think? Like, what's the difference from like an entrepreneur with a product to people actually selling stuff online, like an online clothing shop or whatever? Like,
what do you mean?
So like you're saying people don't really go online and buy stuff. Me personally, when I'm scrolling and I see something pop up, like, oh, buy this.
Right.
I'll keep scrolling. But like people obviously got to go online to somebody got an online like clothing line or whatever.
Right.
Like, so people doing that, or even thinking about like Carvana, you got to buy a car online. Or when people go shop to go look for other cars, put down payments on it, it's still online though. So like, what do you think the difference is?
So you got to understand, like, how do you get to like Carvana or these other things? They have commercials or they'll run ads. So ads is really more so not for sales. It's still for like lead gen. It's and it's for brand awareness. So that's for people to be aware of your brand. So when you think of selling, that's you throw a sale. So think about it. It's still all go back to an email list. What have you ever clicked on a website and as soon as you clicked on, it said put your email in and you'll get 10-20% off, right?
Yep.
That's lead generation. So the real thing that we want to do as entrepreneurs is you want to collect data. You need information to contact people. So that way they really selling. Those stores, they really sell in emails. They sell. Like, do you shop on Fashion Nova?
No.
Where do you shop on online?
I recently got into Boohoo, man. Somebody put me on.
Got you. So have you ever like bought anything off of there or anything?
Yeah, I did one thing. My birthday fit.
Did you put your number in there or email?
I think it was just my email.
Have you got anything from them through your email?
Yeah, but I also get it through the app too. Like I get notifications directly from the app as well.
That's how they sell though. So think about it. If these multi-million, these multi-billion-dollar companies, think about how they sell you. You can't really see what they're doing. Exactly what I'm telling you is what already happened to you. And you've bought that way before, like Black Friday. How do you see the sales? If you subscribe through text messages, ding, ding, you're going to get that text like, hey, everything is up to 70% off in storage today. And you're like, oh, snaps, I need some hoodies. I need this. I need to get people Christmas present. And they're going to send you that email. So you're going to keep seeing them reappear. Most people send emails and they get discouraged because people don't read them or they don't get a response. When you're making content, this is the secret. if you're in your story, if you posting content to the feed, you sending texts and you sending emails, you just want to keep popping up in their face. So that way, even if like you were in a content space, even if somebody don't need content done today, imagine if they go on an email, they see your site. If they go to text message, they see you popping up. If they go look on the story, they see you popping up. When they need content done, who do you think is going to be at the top of mind?
That person.
Right. So when a Black Friday pop up, then you run a sale. You got a list of people. If you got your emails and phone numbers like we talked to, you got somebody to send that sale. You got somebody to send it to, or you got somebody you can book a consultation with. Hey man, how much you charging such as this? Now you can get them on the phone and close them. But the close never happen with the content. Think about it.
They get the value and then they're curious on what the content is, and then that's when you bring them in to talk to you.
Right. Like, have you like sent DMs out or anything?
I have before, but not many, but yeah.
So that's my thing. Like, I follow this strategy that Alex Hermosi teach. You probably heard it. I don't know if you heard it yet, but it's send 100 DMs for 100 days, right? And if you do that, he said you'll have more clients or more money than you know what to do with. And I did it, and it flooded my calendar. Because just imagine if you DM 100 people every single day, what it would do for your business. Let me break that down exactly what that looked like. So obviously, if you send DMs on Instagram, you can only send about 35 to 40. So
why is that?
So they'll only let you send like max, because it's like 2 random people that you don't know. So you send out cold DMs, right? So for whatever reason, they don't let you go past 40. If you can go past 40, but you're probably gonna get flagged, or they probably will stop you from sending DMs.
Okay, so for the people who wants to do this,
right,
like give them the warnings ahead of time. So you're saying you're gonna get flagged if you go over 40?
Right.
Explain that, like how that happened to you, or is anything like that.
Got you. All right. I got a funny story. So was you a part of the community where everybody was doing like the follow for follow, like on social media?
I seen it, but I never
got you. Okay, I did. So I got on there. I was going like follow for follow. I do that with like 250 people a day. Mind you, I'm still a business owner though. I'm sending them DMs too. So every day I follow all these people. As soon as they follow me back, I send them like a light DM. Anytime I do a DM, I don't try to sell. I always say something simple, like, say in that situation, I would say, hold up. Just give me 1 second of your time. I know I was giving out a lot of jewels in the video, but we're going to get back to it, y'all. First, let me say this. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all like. I'm giving out tens of thousands of dollars worth of information for free. And I got something better than that. I got a free webinar. The link is in the description. And also all of my ebooks is in the description as well. Well, this will be free. I'm giving y'all everything it took me to scale my business to $500,000. I don't think y'all just heard what I said. I said I'm giving it to y'all for free. All you got to do is pay attention. That's the price, to pay attention. Y'all better make sure y'all tap in and make sure you like and subscribe, man. Let's get back to the video. Hey, never be a stranger. If you got any questions about credit, go ahead and ask. I'll happily answer them. I'm always in the DM. It's me live. Shoot me a text anytime. Thank you for the follow back, right? It's something simple. Now, let's say if a late payment pop up, what do you think they're going to do?
Ask some questions. Like, hey, what should I do?
Because I didn't try to sell them. Now, let's say if those people come on there, right? And I built that relationship like, hey, and then I'll go a step farther and get some more sauce. So when I was doing the follow for follow, which I don't suggest to do, but if you did do it, I always put in there, it's like, hey, I'm going to like, because these are people that's obviously trying to get their engagement up.
So I got a question though.
So hold on, let me get through this point.
Okay.
So I'll say, hey, I'll like 10 of your pictures and I'll comment on 10 of yours, and then you do the same thing back. So I was doing that with like 200 people a day.
So that's what got your views?
So not necessarily. It got like engagement up and everything. So I didn't do it necessarily for the followers or for the views. I did it to build a relationship. So now when I post a video on late payment, I build a relationship with these 200 people. Now I'm about to take this reel I just created and send it to all of them. They already know. And I'm not trying to sell them. I'm just trying to educate them. Like, hey, if you was looking for some educational late payments, I made this video. Check it out and tell me what you think. Easy, simple, right.
That's
So
nice.
easy, simple conversation. And get back to the thing with Alex Ramosi. This is how I went about it. So I made a conversational DM script. Most people, they'll just send a DM, right? That's sending a DM with no plan. So I got a conversation. So I will go on, I will find a video that went viral in credit repair, right? I will go in the comments and see like this person be like, hey, I need problems with a late payment. I will go in the DM and find people who look real because there's a lot of bots and stuff. People pay. Excuse me. It's a lot of people to pay for that. So I will go look at the actual profile, make sure it's at least. You want to make sure it at least got like 15 to 20 pictures posted. Obviously, you don't want it to be following 10 people.
Yeah.
It'd be following 10,000 people and it only got 2 followers. That's probably going to be a fake page. So I will find like 100 real ones. Of course, 35 on each page is what I like to do. And I got like 3 pages. So I would send a DM and say, I would like whatever they said about late payments or whatever that looked like. And then in the DM, I was like, hey, I seen that you had a problem with your credit. And if you was looking for any answers or education or even a free consultation, let me know. So I would send them that and they would be like, oh yeah, I'm struggling with such and such. How long have you been doing that? Blah, blah, blah. Get into a conversation. Hey, are you looking to get like a house, a car? Is there anything you're trying to do with your credit? You're trying to get funded? And then all through this conversation, it's like I'm pre-qualifying them, but it's a simple conversation. And I would do that 100 times a day. And let's say at worst, if I get 10 people to respond out of 100 every day, do the math. That's 70 people that I get to contact per week. And that's free. That didn't cost me any money. That's the easiest way to bring in leads.
Yeah, that's a smart way to market yourself.
So yeah, and that's the thing. It's like when you get into business, like anytime I hear people, even I'll give you a story because I don't want to make it about everybody else. I'll tell you something I was doing wrong. So I couldn't get the 10K. I was stuck. I didn't understand. So this is when I was just getting into my first mentorship for credit repair. And I was like, dude was like, he was making he was making about $1 million a month in credit repair. And I'm like, I can't even get to 10,000. That's impossible. So I was like, dude, how are you doing these numbers? He was like, what's your system look like? What you got going on? I said, what you mean? He said, what's your email list look like? I was like, I ain't got no email list. So he was like, my email list got 170,000 people on it. And so just it go back to what I just told you how I learned this. I learned it in that mentorship. So he said every time you have a sale, say if you got a Black Friday special, if you're doing credit at $500 a pop, he got 170,000 people to send that to. And me wondering why, oh, my business is so great. I got it figured out. I can't get to 10,000. I don't have a list. I didn't collect data. I'm not sending out texts. I'm not calling people. I'm not sending the DMs. I'm not posting the right content to attract people. Right? So I changed that. So everything in my content was for lead magnets. I would send people DMs. I'm necessarily just trying to collect phone numbers and emails or get them into a free community. I'll give you another play. So anytime, and I got this, shout out to my guy, Adrian. I got this from Adrian. So he was like, hey, if you got like an old, like bulk of like an old list built up, he was like, this is what you do with it. Take that list and send them out a mass text and let them know like, hey, I'll be on Zoom in an hour. If you have any questions, I answer any question. So I'll go in instead of for doing these one-on-one calls. Say if I got 10, let's be honest. Let's say I got 5 people to show up. I answer all of their credit questions. I show them how I can fix it, show them how I can get them funded, and I will be able to sign, let's say 3 of them. And these was just people just sitting in my bank. That's an easy way to make some money. So it's plenty of ways to do that. And I would just say, make sure when you're in business, you posting the right content.
So can you explain that for people who don't know?
Right. So let's just say if I'm in the content space, like who do you make content for?
Entrepreneurs.
Okay. So you make content for entrepreneurs. What problem do you hope to solve?
To help them make money.
Okay.
Everybody want to make money, so that's my goal, is to help them make money.
Right. So let's say if you post content, you're not going to hit them up like, hey, I can help you with your content problem. I can get you such and such. Nobody cares about that. Entrepreneurs care about main line is making money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of saying it's like, hey, I can help you post 30 reels or I can do this. Hey, I can help you post content that will convert to cash, right? Hey, I would take your content to a cash cow. My last client made $20,000 a month with us just doing content. You sit down one time a month and I give you 30 days worth of content. And you just set them down, podcast setting, clip it up, and just shoot videos out every day. It's just 1 hour straight of shooting, but you can clip it up. You got Opus Clip. You got a lot of different things where AI will edit it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say something. So does that make sense?
Yeah. So my thing is with that is like a lot of people are scared to get into AI.
Right.
Do you have like a way or like a specific one that you want to bring out to people, like to let people know of?
Okay. So first, let me say this before I even get into that. If you're scared of AI and you're not going to utilize AI, you're going to get left behind by somebody who is going to use it. It's kind of like the same thing as the people who scared to take a chance on themselves. Nothing bad going to happen to you. You just going to work from somebody who did take a chance. And it's like AI is, I mean, and I said this before, I don't necessarily think AI is going to take over and take jobs from everybody. I just think the person who learns how to utilize AI the right way is going to take over and take jobs from people.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to be the puppet master when it comes to AI, because AI can't critically think like we can.
Yeah.
It can't do natural things. It's just give you data. It can give you information. Now, to address your question, when you say what AI app should people use, do you mean for like content? You mean for marketing, sales? Like, what do you?
Well, let's just say we want people who entrepreneurs. What do you think is good for entrepreneurs? Not like no regular person like ChatGPT, which people in business can use ChatGPT, but like, what is something more advanced for entrepreneurs that you think that they should use AI wise?
My favorite AI that I use is Claude. Claude AI is the best one. Just because, like, if you're looking to like create content, and it's like $20 a month. So if you're looking to make content, or if you're looking to like make scripts, or you looking for like ideas to get stuff to convert, I would say use Claude because it is the best one when it comes to like speaking like a human. Now, if you want to spend more money, the best one to use, and people go viral and make money off of it every day, it's called Poppy AI. You can take somebody else's YouTube video, multiple videos, you can put an SOP in there, and you can have it create your whole script from top to bottom.
And what is it called again?
Poppy AI.
So like spell that like POPPY type thing?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I would say utilize those things. Claude, I use Claude pretty much for like everything about business to break it down. But if I'm looking for like content and I really want to like dive deep into something, I would say Poppy AI.
Okay.
But always make sure you put your own story in there. So if you don't have like, let's say if you posting content, I would say if you don't have results and you just getting into business, you'll be your first result. You'll be your first testimonial. So it's like my personal story is, and this is a real story. I started off with a 500 credit score. I had a rental car company. I kept spending all of my money on cars. I'm spending $10,000 here, $20,000 here, and I kept running out of cash. Long story short, I learned that you can run out of cash, but you can't run out of credit. As long as you take care of it and you pay it back, don't get no late payments, you can't run out of credit. So I like built my company around my story, and it resonated with my ideal clients. One more tip I'm gonna give you. When you get into business and you're trying to solve a problem, let's just say like me teaching, the reason why it's easy for me to teach and resonate with people, because I talked to myself from 5 years ago. And I get into those same problems, like me helping build other people credit repair business up to get them to that 6-figure range. I know how to do it because I did it over and over again in my sleep. And I know all the problems they going through because I went through those problems. I went through those failures. I was stuck at 5K, 2K, inconsistent months going up and down, thinking I spent $6,000 on ads and barely got $1,000 back off of it. But I didn't understand ads. I didn't understand this for brand awareness because I was trying to use my content and ads to make money. I was transactional.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the client journey. but that's something that I learned later.
So my question is, with the ads and stuff, I know when you scroll and you sponsoring and this and that, that's all you see. What like what's like the annoying part about that you try to avoid in content wise?
What do you mean? Like,
Because like I see sponsors all the time when I'm scrolling. I'm like, bro, like every 2 things I see a sponsor. That's annoying, right? But what is the thing that you do to capture people? Like, oh no, come here. We need you to watch this video type of thing. I need you to know who I am.
Okay, so understand this. Excuse me. So understand this. If I run an ad, right, and you're getting tired of it, you're probably not interested in it. It's probably not for you. So if you're tired of my ad, you're probably not the person I'm talking to anyways. So I wouldn't be bothered by that. So because let's say if I'm running an ad every day, let's say I'm pumping $100 a day into this ad and it's targeting 10 to 15,000 people, you think that I'm going to look like, oh my God, this one person is getting tired of seeing my ad. Let me take this down. No, you ain't going to think like that. It's always going to be a business like that. Just like in life, there's a lot of people that love you. There's probably a few people that don't like you. You should not live or feel a certain way because of this one person. So I would say that right there shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
And anytime you run ads, understand when you make new content and you run ads, it's to attract people that's never seen you before. This ad pain, because you got to understand when you running ads, you're attacking pain points. So for me, like some people would be surface level when it come to ads. Like they would say, it's like, hey, if you got a 500 credit score, and a CTA will be like, come to us and we'll be able to fix your credit. I want to dive a little bit deeper and be like, hey, if you're somebody who's looking for your dream house and you keep getting denied, come over here to get your credit fixed. So just think of the symptoms. Think of like the daily symptoms that somebody will go through. And when they hear it, it's going to resonate with them. Hey, are you somebody who been trying to post on social media, but you have no idea what to post? Come over here to such and such. And that's how you would talk on your content to real people in. You're not just, and it goes back to what I said earlier. Mm-hmm. You talk about the money and the symptoms. So did I answer your question? Yeah, got you. So yeah, I just think like systems is the most important thing. Like having the email list, having the DMs, like that's so vital. And it's something that people overlook.
So I got a question on your systems too. So so you was talking about doing the DMs first with Alex Hermosi, which by the way you said I might not be hip to, but I am. I'm hip to that. What did people do to do the? Well, you said your guy he did emails. He was like, "What's your email list looking like? How you go from DMs to emails? How was you making those systems for emails to do? Like, is there like a software that you were using or anything for the systems?"
So yes. So I like Go High Level. Go High Level is like $99 a month, and I think is a good software because I can have all of my clients' data in there. I know how much to charge. I can put like my Stripe account. You know what Stripe is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the payment processor. I can put that in there and just have the money automatically come out once I collect the client's credit card information. You can do marketing from there. You can connect all of your CRMs. It sounds like I'm doing an ad for them. But in all seriousness,
sponsorship commercial.
Right. I didn't make no money not sponsoring this video. But definitely I would say Go High Level. But in the beginning, it's so many like Salesforce. It's so many different CRMs that people can start off with. But Go High Level is the one that I choose.
So what's like all on Go High Level for people to like be interested in using it as starting off as a business?
Everything that you need to do. Like you can connect your Google My Business. Like if somebody leaves you a review, you can see it. Anything that happened on your Google My Business, you can see it. You can see like your DMs, everything.
DMs?
Yeah.
So like on Instagram DMs type of thing?
Everything. You can connect all of your social medias to it.
Oh, okay.
And you'll be able to like communicate from there. Or you can have, say if you got an assistant or if you got a salesperson, they'll be able to communicate. You can even make calls on there, record calls, whatever it is you need to do in business. Go High Level, in my opinion, is the most powerful CRM.
So what about like websites and funnels and stuff that I hear like a lot of entrepreneurs is going to need? Can you do that on there?
Yes, you can actually like create them. They got templates, like plug and play templates. You buy the domain and put it on there. But I want to say this since you brought this up. I don't want nobody to get into business and think like, hey, I got to make sure my LLC structure right. I got to make sure my name's good. I got to make sure that I have the right website. I will always say, just start. Just go for it. Everything's not going to be perfect. I mean, even when you're scaling your business and you're doing well, like my business break all the time. Like if my business is structured for 500 customers a month and I just scale and go to 2,500, obviously something in my business is going to break because my system ain't made for 2,500 customers a month. So that's part of it. Understand that that's a part of it. When you start off, you won't have everything figured out. Don't try to be perfect because perfect is what? I told you this before. Let me see if you remember it.
The mother of procrastination?
Yes. Try to perfection. Perfection is always going to be the mother of procrastination. So I would just say go. Just like, let's just say this podcast. How many episodes did we shoot and mess up before we figured it out?
Man, like, I say like 6.
Let's say 10. We what? 30 minutes late? Why are we 30 minutes late today?
Because we was having trouble with the, well, I ain't going to point fingers. Messing up the mic.
The microphones wasn't even plugged in. So it's like, but that's the thing though. That's entrepreneurship. Like I watched so many other podcasters. They making millions of dollars in podcasting, and it was like, hey, my first one, I forgot to record, or I forgot to put the SD card in there, and I didn't get the video. That's entrepreneurship though. Like that shouldn't break you or stress you out.
Tribulations.
If you're in business, there's always going to be a headache at your desk. That's how business works. It's never going to be smooth sailing. And the thing is, we get into entrepreneurship trying to be boss. Your clients are your boss. If somebody pay you to shoot some content and you don't show up and they already sent you the deposit, how you think that's going to look?
Bad.
You think they're going to be mad at you?
Yeah.
You think you're going to get a bad review?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand. Your customers are your boss. That's who essentially pay you. So when you leave your job, you leave one boss just to have 100 bosses over here.
Yeah.
And that's something people don't talk about. And I think that's crazy.
I mean, in my opinion, I feel like you can do your own stuff, which people say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not years in like you, but even with the little interactions that I had, I got, what would you say, like a CRM, I still basically got to go off of somebody else's. Right. So like they want this to be this way or they want that to be that way. So I'm using my CRM to basically use on their CRM, but making it how they want theirs to be. Right. That makes any sense.
Yeah, but I just don't want you to ever let that frustrate you. Because you got to understand, essentially like in business, we all do the same thing. We solve problems. And the amount of money, and I'm always trying to give a nugget away, the amount of money you make is going to be for either the volume you bring in or the level of the problem that you can solve. Like, let's say if you want to make $10,000 and you got a $2 offer, it's probably going to be really hard for you to do that. But you $2K, like you want to make $10K, you got a $2 offer, you need to sell 5,000 people. That's mass value. Now, let's say if you got a $10K offer and let's say you present it to 1,000 people, you don't need to sell one and you got it. So the bigger the problem, the more the reward. So when you building a business and you scaling, think about that and never try to sell out of your pocket. I get this all the time. Like a lot of my students and people I try to coach, they always feel guilty for their price. But you know what that is?
Yeah, I think pretty much you paying for the years of your experience, basically.
Yes, and I wasn't going to go in that angle, but I will touch on that since you said it. If I can solve a problem, like people would look at it as like, let's just say like credit. It'd take most companies, 12 months to fix a problem or to remove something from their credit. If I can fix that same problem in 1 or 2 months or 3 months, I shouldn't get less money for being better at my job. You actually should pay me more because The speed.
Yeah,
So I tell
time
people
time is
I
money.
sell results and I sell speed. People pay me for speed, so I ain't gotta justify my price. Like let's say if I'm dealing with somebody who's looking to get in their first house and they got 4 months to get it done. Most companies, this is gonna take them a year to get it done. If I can get it done in 3 months, I can charge more because this person got the sense of urgency.
And another thing that I realized too with that is that people do that like in credit. I heard that there's like a thing where the company will pay their debt and then go back like that basically.
What you mean?
Like I heard that other credit repairers will. So say if I owe $10,000 on a card, you would
Okay.
pay my $10,000. Like they pay you, but you're paying that $10,000, and there's some other.
Oh, are you talking about like debt consolidation?
Yeah,
So yeah, that's not credit repair. Like credit repair is like sending in letters and getting things removed off their credit. So it essentially don't cost the credit repair company anything to get that done. What you talking about is debt consolidation. Excuse me. Well, they'll have an agreement with the person, and the client will make payments to get it removed.
yeah. So like, there's people that I've like talked to, and they asking those questions. That's why I'm getting that information.
That's right. So that's not credit repair. They probably like promoting it as that, but that's debt consolidation. It's a totally different process.
So obviously you will refer to credit repair.
Yeah, you know what? I actually think credit repair is a scam. So think about it in a sense. If you're just doing typical credit repair and you send in 609 letters, essentially, to be honest, you can go online and find a 609 letter. You can just ask ChatGPT to print up a letter and they can print it up. And the problem is the Oscar system is made to respond to the things you say, right? And when it's communicating with ChatGPT, the problem is the legal jargon in there that is not gonna it's not gonna know how to communicate with the Oscar system. So I hope I'm not talking over your head. So what I do is I use consumer law codes to show the violations of the things that's on people's credit report. So first off, I'm gonna send a complaint to the CFPB. Who's the CFPB? That's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And they give companies 14 days to respond, or they automatically remove the negative information. What I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna send that same thing to the BBB, which is the Better Business Bureau. They force companies to comply with consumer law codes. And now I'm about to send a letter, send a copy of that to TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, and then I'm gonna send a certified letter to the original creditor. So our process, that's part of the reason. I just gave the whole sauce up, but that's part of the reason why we get better results than most companies, because we use pretty much every method. We hit them from every way, and we know something gonna stick if we keep doing it.
So can you explain the process of that? Like, if they're responding to you back, like, what is that to you?
So obviously, it's like you will have like, okay, now let's say I got 14 days. So let's say I got a 45-day money back guarantee if you don't see results. What does that look like? I send that first letter. They get 14 days to respond, or they automatically got to remove it. Let's say they respond and they say something that I don't like. I got around 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letter. So I can get off 3 rounds in 45 days.
Can you explain what you mean by 3 rounds?
3 rounds of letters of complaints.
Okay.
So if I send that original letter out and they respond, is they going to send a stall letter sometimes? I would say maybe 20% of the time they send a stall letter. So when they send that stall letter, I have a round 2 to already, like, because we do volumes, we do hundreds of clients a month. So I have a round 2 letter that with the legal jargon in round 1, I got already a round 2 to respond to it. I got a round 3, 4, 5, and 6. So every 14 days, I'm sending out another response. There's no way I'm going to send 3, 4 letters out and not get the response that I want. So that's why we so bold to say we do a 45-day money back guarantee. Because most credit repair companies, they just send them to the original creditor. They get 30 to 45 days to respond. So they send 1 letter. We get to send 4, 3 or 4, depending on how fast they respond to us.
So that's why you're faster. Like,
exactly. We do more volumes. We just give ourselves more opportunities.
That's pretty smart, to be honest. Because even doing with the one, I feel like they can deny you.
Right.
Like if I'm Capital One or somebody with a credit card,
Mhm.
like that, I'm pretty sure they can be like, hey, he actually came in this bank and da da da. But if, that one, they're probably not responding to that no more. With that
Exactly.
one letter.
Right. I'm gonna get into the next thing. The next thing I want to go over is pricing. Most people do not understand how to price their services. Like most people will like look at the market, and there's a lot of credit repair companies out there just charging $99 a month. But the thing is, if they charging you $99 a month, guess what? They probably just sending 609 letters. Do you think, okay, let's say if they charging you a monthly fee and they're not promising no outcome, how urgent do you think they're going to be to clean stuff off your credit?
Not that much. No.
Right. So when I tell people, it's like, if you need something, if you got a year or two and you're just looking to get your credit done, go to them by all means. But if you're looking to go get a new car, a house, or anything, then I have a process like what I just said. I'm going to do a 45-day money back guarantee to give them that safety. But if you do that, you got to make sure you do the work. You got to make sure your dispute process is great. So I would say for what somebody can charge $99 for, I can turn around and charge $850 to $2,500 because I'm solving people like what I was saying in the beginning. I solve rich people problems.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think they're gonna have a problem when I give them that price, even though like they need this house? Or let's say you're dealing with a real estate developer and they got $1 million property, a $500,000 property. You think they're gonna mind this $2,000 invoice?
No, not at all.
So it just might be the clients, the people talking to. Because let's say if you're doing $99 a month, like the market, right?
Mm-hmm.
You close 10 clients, you make $1,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say if I close 2 clients, I only got to do, now mind you, I only got to do 2 credit reports. I just made 4,000. You made 1,000, but you have to do what? I'm doing 2 profiles, you doing 10. So that's the power of pricing. You don't need to sell as much.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's the thing. It's like you have to understand the LTV, which is the lifetime value of the client. You need to understand it's like, let's say I solved the first problem. Your credit is messed up, right? Let's say it's a business owner. I'm going to walk you through like a client journey. If I solve your first problem and I fix your credit, let's say you came in 520, right? I got your credit all the way up to 760. Now, if you're a business owner, I fix your credit, what you think you're going to need next?
I don't know.
You're going to need to structure your LLC the right way.
Oh, yeah.
I got somebody on my team to do that. That's another 500, right?
Okay.
So when you got this all structured right and it's ready for funding, what you need next? You need funding, right? So now I'm charging you 7 to 10% to go get you funded. If I get you funded for $100K, I just made 10,000 to 7,000. So first I did your credit. I made anywhere from $850 to $2,500. Next, I structured your business. I just made another 500. Next phase, I just made 7,000 to who knows, depending on how much you get approved for it. So that's how I understand the lifetime value of my clients based off how many clients I do. I think I'm giving away too much game on this one.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that at all.
But that's the same thing with you, though.
I thought that was 2 separate things of the business,
Right. But just understand that anytime you got a client, when you solve a problem, make sure you understand the next problem is going to create. Right? Let's say if you go shopping right now, right? Let's say you need a new outfit. Let's go to Walmart. You buy a pair of drawers, you buy some socks. That's the undergarments, right? What else do you need?
Shirt, shorts, shoes.
Right. So if I sell socks and I sell drawers, I'm probably going to be like, all right, I'm going to start selling sweatshirts. I'm going to start selling sweatpants. Well, I'm going to start selling sweatsuits. Oh, man, they probably going to need a watch. And then so on and so forth. But see your business that way. See your business like, okay, I solved this first problem. This person need content. Why do they need content? They want to convert it to cash. So if you're doing content, right, you're recording. Oh, we also got scripts. So what do you think you're going to need next? If this person, remember, they don't know how to talk on social media. You do. So you actually doing the camera work for them. Now you're writing out the scripts and telling them what to say. Let's say you coaching them through how to speak. That might be your next step. Now let's say okay, I'm making money. I'm doing good. I'm making 6 figures. Now you buy a studio. Now you got the studio. They paying you to come in the studio. I'm gonna send you an invoice for this game, man. That's 3 ways how to get paid doing the same thing.
And that's not even including editing either.
You get it, but that's the thing. Now your mind working that way. So now your LTV. Let's say your LTV. Let's say you and I don't know your number. Let's say you charge $100 an hour. Now I just added an extra couple thousand onto each client, like the LTV, by just providing another service to go with it. When you solve a problem, this for any business owner watching, when you solve one problem, make sure you understand how to solve the second problem, the third, the fourth. That's how you make that extra money. Like, you ever been upsold?
Yes.
Oh man, I had a couple upsells. Like, I went to I think it's the worst at either like hotels, rental car companies. They're so good.
What you mean?
So let's say I went to go get a rental car. It was an economy. So I get there, it's like, hey, you're a big guy. You want to upgrade to something bigger? I give you a discount. Never talk prices. Sure. Okay. Hey, are you going to go get gas, or you want to just fill the tank up? There's no extra. You can just bring your car back, and it won't take you an extra time. Sure. All of these upsells, your bill go from $120. You look at your bill, it's $350.
Like, bro, how the fuck?
But this is what businesses do to you. Like, you understand what a funnel is, correct? What if I told you the Walmart was a funnel?
How?
Think about it. When you walk in Walmart, you're going to walk in, you're going to see the snacks, right?
Like the
you're going to see the little stuff in the front. Yeah. Let's say if you want to go buy a TV from Walmart, or let's say if you want to go get drinks. Where's the drinks at? In the back of the store. If you want liquor, it's in the back of the store. The TV, you know how much stuff you got to walk through until you get to the TV? Is that not a funnel? It's upsells all over there.
Yeah.
And they so smart, they figured out how to not even be there to upsell. Same thing like with a funnel. If you buy this book, what they do? Oh, if you get this book, if you get the remove inquiries book, oh, you're probably going to need the late payment book now. Now you're probably going to need the trade line book. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, I hope people don't go through my funnels now. They see this like, I ain't trying to upsell. But that's the thing, though. If you look at any business, it's set up exactly how I'm explaining this to you. Like, that's the thing. Say if you on a diet, right? You discipline. You made it through the whole store. You shopped. You got everything you needed. You ain't get no snacks, okay? When you get to the counter, what do you see at the front?
And you see gum, Snickers, a refrigerator with pop in it.
Gotcha. Come in. But that's what it is, though. That's a funnel. That's how they get you, because once you make it to the register, you got that woosah moment. I made it. Now you look up, say you wait in the line, you might have been waiting 20 minutes. Don't let it be the holidays. Right. Don't let it be the holidays. You've been in line for probably about an hour staring at that Snicker. And in your mind, let you tell it the Snicker staring back at you.
Oh, yeah. And let's not talk about when they got the little food spots right when you're walking towards the exit.
Man, what?
That's you walking around the store for 2 hours and now you want some Auntie Anne's.
Right. Even think about like the Walmarts. They got McDonald's in them. They got Subways in them. They got the little steak spot in them.
Charlie's.
They got glass, like the spots where you get your glasses. They got everything. Man, Walmart got everything you need. But if you see the way it's structured, it's set up that way. Everything you need. So it's just like, why not structure your business like these multi-billion-dollar companies? But you can do it in something as cheap as a funnel. You can go on high level. You go high level, you can make it yourself. You made your own website, or you made funnels before. How simple was it to figure it out?
Not simple at all.
It wasn't?
That shit was hard.
So, hey, that's another thing. Charge them a bag for the funnel. Hey, I looked at your funnel and it wasn't right. And the secret is you just really go find a virtual assistant at $4 an hour. And they charge you what? Let's say it take them a day to make the funnel.
Hey, chill out, man. Chill out. Too much game. Chill out.
Hey, I said we was going to make money. You're going to look in the comment like, man, I made $50,000 this month off of what I just said. I got to learn how to hold back. Once I get the flow in, man, I go. Because I really want to see other people make money. Like, I'm somebody who's been stuck, been through the struggle, didn't understand how to make money, and now I'm in a position where I can get that game away.
See, what my thing is, even though if I'm not in a position, I still try to get the game that I learned away.
See, and let's go back to what I always tell you. You have to, at this point, you have to be as selfish as possible because you got to learn how to help yourself and then put yourself in a position where you can help somebody else. Because you're at a point of life where all the help you have to go towards yourself. You got to build yourself up. You want a family in the future?
Yeah.
You got to become something from them. You got to get the things you want. It take a lot of work. I'm what, 10, almost 11 years in. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of days that ain't fun.
I'm only like a year, probably getting close to a year and a half in.
Yeah, you ain't even got your feet wet yet. You still got your full hairline? That's how I determine how long somebody been in entrepreneurship. I'm looking like, man, you got a baby face. You ain't got no gray hair. I had these gray hairs before I got into business. Well, the kids too. The kids will do it.
Was you in business before you got your kid?
Yes. So this is the crazy thing about it. And I don't want to put this pressure on nobody else. I told myself, I always wanted kids. I told myself I wouldn't have a kid until I figured out how to make 6 figures. And I never had a kid until I did that. I think I had my first kid at 26. 26 years old.
26, you had your first 100,000?
I said too much. I hope no family see this one. But yeah, so I was still playing football. And the thing is, I started like with the rental car company. Like I would buy like muscle cars. Like I'm gonna try to get this long story short because I don't want to like eat up the clock with it. So I started off, I had $500 when I started out with the car, and I had no intentions of making money. This was a hobby, and it was just something I love.
Wait, so you bought a car for $500?
I'm about to get into it. So I bought this. Find out. I'll tell you what it was. It was a 2009 Cadillac CTS. I bought it from the auction. It had a blown motor. It was not running. So it had a blown motor. I took that Cadillac. I posted it on Facebook Marketplace for trades. So I traded it to a guy that had the motor. He owned the shop. He had the motor to the car. He gave me an Impala. Nice Impala 2013. What was that? I think it was maybe like a 2013 Impala. So I took that Impala and then I sold it for $3,500. And then I went to go buy 2 more cars.
Did you fix it?
No, it was in perfect condition.
Oh,
he just wanted the Cadillac that bad, but he had the motor to it.
Yeah. I mean, it is a CT.
It was it was a nice Cadillac.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 cars. I bought a pickup truck and I bought a Cadillac. I did it in the unethical way. I'll tell you how. So for the Cadillac, nice Cadillac. This one was, I think they call it DTS. Don't quote me on that. It had like 70,000 miles on it. And I look at it, this thing was in perfect shape. I knew I wasn't going to get a deal on it. Don't try this at home. You
gotta put this disclaimer in this description.
I might have to leave this part out.
Yeah.
So, like the auctions I go to, I don't know if you've ever been to an auction, but the day before, you can go test drive the car. Yeah. So, instead of you can really just go down the lane and come back. I think you have to have I don't think you could do it without your dealer license though. Right?
Dealer license?
So, you got to have a dealer license to do it, I think. So,
write that down.
Okay, so you can go. I'm gonna give you. I'm still trying to keep the story short, but somehow it's still getting long. So you can start the cars if you don't have your dealer's license. So I started it. I'm like, dang, this thing run perfect. Mind you, I only got 3,500. I want to get 2 cars. I'm trying to scale too fast as usual. So I started up. I'm like, I'm not getting this car for 3,500. Like they was like, the value of the car was like $9,000. So.
So I'm also curious.
I unplugged.
Were you in the intention of starting a rental car business at this time, or doing it with cars?
No, I was literally just buying cars. I love cars. I was just a car connoisseur, if you let me tell it. That was my excuse of ordering cars. So I unplugged one of the hoses, drained all the antifreeze out of it. I unplugged the battery. So at this point, long story short, next day I get to the auction. The car come down the line It was listed on there as running. It came in there running hot. And I don't know if you know, but Cadillacs, the head gaskets go out and they're known for running hot. So I knew when people see this car, like, oh, this is running hot, I'm standing away from it. Everybody backed up. The auction started off at like 4,500, 4,600, and they trying to go up. Everybody backed off. I said, oh my God, it's working. Mine only got $3,500. So I'm looking like, I'm about to jump in. So there was like 3,500, 3,500, 3,000. Fellas, I can't go under 2,500 on this. It went down to 2,500. Nobody bid. It went down to 2,000. Nobody bid. I said, it ain't no way they about to drop it. So the guy who like owned the car lot, who car it was, he like whispered in his ear, was like, hey, I'm guessing he was like, hey, can I go under there? He wanted to desperately sell it. Lucky, right? But remember, don't try this. So he wanted to go under that. So it was like 2,000, 2,000, went to 1,500. It went to 1,000. I said, oh my God. So I raised my hand at 1,000. Another dude raised his hand at 11. I said, I'll take it for 12. He said, you'll buy it for 12 if I close out? I said, yeah. So he whispered back to the guy who owned it. He said, yeah. Boom, got it, 1,200. Got my car, went to the back, plugged the hose back in, ran to the store, grabbed some antifreeze, and we on, baby. So
how much money that car make you overall?
So that car, I ended up selling the car for like $5,000, but I kept it for a while though. Like I kept it for a little bit. You gotta remember, I'm somebody who just came from. I had $500. I just got out of the blown engine. I had the Impala. I had to enjoy that one. Yeah. I sold the truck. For $3,500. So mind you, the car is free now because I only had $3,500. I sold the truck for $3,500. So this car, I kept it for a minute. Then I sold it for $5,000. So I was $5,000 in the positive off those two cars.
That's
and I did the same process all the way up to like muscle cars, and just scaled my way up from there. That was
so you telling me you was unplugging muscle cars as well?
No. I did not unplug. So look, my strategy changed. So what I did, I had enough money now, so I started going on like Coparts. They sell wreck cars. So I was buying salvage title cars. Like I started to get like the Challengers and the Chargers. And then I would buy them messed up. I would order other parts and I'd go in the backyard and fix them. I mean, I didn't have no mechanical skills, so I couldn't do motors. But I can take off fenders and bumpers, grab a handle, beat doors out, plug in airbags, take dashboards out and put them in seats. I was doing that type of stuff. And I scaled my way up.
Was you doing that before, or was that just something you just learned off the bat? Like, just, man, I'm going to just do this. I want it done. Like, how was that for you?
My dad ain't going to like hearing this, but my stepdaddy, UC University. I'm telling you, man, like,
my stepdaddy.
YouTube University, that's my dad, man. I learned so much stuff off of YouTube. You got to understand, when I got into the rental car business, this is why I tell people that don't try to be perfect, because business don't work like that. You kind of gonna figure it out as you go. You're gonna fall in your head anyways. You're gonna get your teeth kicked in business. So that's why I always tell people, do you know that I was doing that for 2 years? People was like, you got your LLC? I was like, really? I never said it out loud, but I'm like, what the heck is that? I didn't know what the LLC was for the first 2 years of business. I didn't even know I was doing business. I was buying cars, because the thing, look, once I built it up.
So when you told me about the LLC, that was your first time knowing what the LLC was?
Well, no, I didn't know you at this point.
Oh, okay.
No, I was in my 20s, 35. But yeah, because 26 is like once I was like successful at it. So I was doing it for a while before I figured out I ain't just wake up and just start making money. It was a process. But yeah, like I kind of got off topic. I didn't even want to go there. But yeah, so it's like I would say like pricing, just understanding like how much money do you got to sell something for to be profitable, and make sure when you start off, don't be scared to charge a premium price. That just means you got to learn more and give a premium service. But the last step, very important, do not let this go over your head or miss it. You got to sell it to a premium person. Like, because we all know it's like, that's the thing, like people think when they sell something, oh, I know I can go sell this to Joe. I know I can go sell this to this person. So when it comes to like most people, and I'm going to answer this question because I know people are struggling with this. So when you're making content and I tell people like post your results, like I always say I sell results. and people I don't have results. So like in the credit space, fix your own credit, post that, and build your company like your mission statement and your story around you fixing your own credit. Post that result. Now, if you want to go into the result part, you pretty much find some people around you, mom, uncle, dad, family members, girlfriend, cousin, fix their credit for free, and then have them give you a testimonial and show that and market that. Because that's how I started out in credit repair. Before I had clients, I was literally just fixing people credit around me. I posted the results and I got new clients based off that.
I want to get some game that Adrian gave me.
One more. So once I started posting them and I ran out of the people around me to fix their credit. That's why I dried up in credit.
What that mean?
I didn't know you. I didn't know you at that point. Yeah, when I got started. So once I ran out of the people who I'm talking about once I like fixed everybody credit and then I started marketing it. I started running out of people that I knew that needed it fixed to pay me. So once I ran out of those sources, I got to be a business owner now. I actually got to market. I actually got to call people. This was my problem was so simple. I wasn't putting 10% back into my business, like as far as marketing. I didn't run ads. That's the thing. Your business is a machine. You're supposed to be able to put $1 in and get $10 out. That looks like ads sometimes for lead generation. That looked like hiring a marketer to send emails or somebody like a cold caller to hop on the phone and make calls. It could be signs, yard signs off the freeway. It could be anything. But what was your point? You said something Adrian taught you?
For the testimonials and stuff like that. Like my guy Adrian, shout out to him again. He was saying for anything in business that you're doing, when you do a service for somebody, you want them like record them or get them to write down something to say like, hey, he did a good job. This is what I did. Everything was successful. Da da da. However that looks like for whatever business that you got, that's some game he gave me. So when I'm shooting somebody's content, when we're done, I can record them telling them how they liked the job, how good I did it, etc. So I can post that, and other people can look at that, and that can possibly get me more, clients in general for the future.
Have you tried that yet?
Once.
How did it go for you?
I got one person that hit me back on it.
Gotcha.
But I need to keep on doing that as well. Like even with you, I need to do that with you sometime.
Right. So what would you say? Like, I think the most important people in your position, the most important thing you need to do is just be consistent. Consistency. Just show up every day. Show up. And I'm sure if you show up every day and you do work over and over again, you'll get results. I promise. I've never seen nobody work hard at something for years and not get better or figure it out. I've never seen it. I've seen a lot and that goes from my sports days, playing football, watching other business owners, or just watching somebody work to get in shape. Anything. Think about it. Have you ever seen somebody consistently do something every day and not get better or figure it out?
No.
Try it. Work, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I promoted this to somebody today, so I've been trying to getting back into it.
Yeah. So the next thing I want to get into is why businesses fail. Why do you think businesses fail?
Kind of what you said, like, well, I want to say like people, bad customer service, people doing people wrong, just doing it for the money and stuff like that. And because I've seen that with my own eyes, that happened with me, and they lost a lot of customers doing the same thing with me with other people.
Let me reframe that. Why do you think businesses go out of business?
Not making enough money.
It all go back to the first thing. And I think it all start off with people if you don't have a lean, like a generation, like a lead generation machine, you don't have a business. How can you have a business without leads coming in? You need opportunities. You need to talk to people to sell. You have to. If you can't solve that lead problem, it's not a business. It's a hobby. It's a side hustle because you don't make predictable income. Like, how can you project how much income you have? Just like me. Like that's the thing. Like I was at a point where I'm looking like I can't get to 10,000 to save my life. I can get to 7,000, then I can drop back down to 2,000. Some months, to be honest, and nobody say this, I didn't make money. I could be in a hole because I had a system at that point. So even when I don't make money, I got to pay them. A side note: if you plan on hiring somebody, make sure you create a SOP where they can make 4 to 5 times what you paying them consistently. So make sure you create a machine. I'm always big on explaining to people to have a system to make money. If you don't figure out nothing else in your business, have a lead generation machine. Have something where you know for a fact you got leads coming in. Like my thing, like I'll give multiple ways. Like I think the most important thing for me is affiliate partners. Like I need mortgage brokers. They're dealing like the mortgage brokers that's actually selling. I'll say that because people will get like realtors and mortgage brokers that are not selling. I mean, no offense to them, they're not bringing in clients, so they won't be able to refer nobody to me. So I'll pay people $150 to $100 to bring clients to me. So what that look like is, let's say a mortgage broker is actually getting clients that don't have a lead generation problem. They send me clients like, hey, I need this guy. He's closing on this house in 2 months. He's closing on this house in the next 4 months, and I need you to fix this guy credit. He's going to send me leads all day. So imagine if you got one of them, he's sending you 2 leads a week. Let's say if it's worst case scenario, like I said, somebody paying you $850 a client. That's $1,600 a week. That sound like a good payday to you?
Yeah.
So let's say if you want to go from 16 to 3,000, what you think need to change? Go get another one.
Yeah.
So if you get 2 of them, you got 3,000 coming in. You get 3 of them, you get it? So on and so forth. So the key is you want to get like salesmen. The best ones is like the dealership salesman. You get them and you paying them $100 per paying client. Let me say that. Let me make that clear. I pay out per paying client, not somebody that just come in that's not serious and they don't pay. Once somebody pay me, then I pay the referral bonus, right? I'm not going to pay somebody if they get somebody that's interested and I will make no money. It's not beneficial. That'd be another way to go out of business. But yeah, so I would say affiliate partners is super important. Having yard signs off on the busy freeways. If you stop at somewhere, you got a long stop sign, a long red light, then you just sitting there. My mind work different. I'm looking like this light is like 2 minutes every day. What if I put a sign right there with a nice short thing of how I solved a problem and my contact information, QR code? Could I get people to call me that way? And I would do something like that. Go to a networking event, pass out cards. So it's just simple ways of that. Even having like family, you got somebody right around not making money, make them an SOP where they're going out and finding clients for you and you paying them $50 a person. That's literally a job. But think about it. The best thing is when they're not making money, I don't have to share no money out. So I'm only spending money when I make money, which is beneficial for me as the boss as well. And we're doing emails. We're sending out texts every day. We got a cold caller calling people every day. So I'm never going to have a lead problem because every day we got new affiliate partners.
Yeah.
So I think that will fix the problem why a lot of people do go out of business.
So long story short, just a system basically. At the end of the day, a system.
A system that generate leads. And then you fix your customer service problem and everything else. But I will always say you need leads because the easiest way to fix the other problems in your business, guess what you need? Money.
Yeah.
How do you get money? From leads.
Opportunity.
So it all go back to what I said at the beginning. You need to generate leads to make money. I just simplify business. It's not simple. If you can generate leads, you can make money. So if you can generate leads, that's the thing about it. I'm sure that if you get 100 leads, you can close somebody. So the thing is just volume. Get leads. Find a source where you can get leads. It's the easiest way to stay in business.
So, when you first started, what did you do?
When I first started, I kind of had a little direction when I first started, and I understood because you got to think. Even when I got into credit repair, I'll like just give a brief story. I'm gonna make this shorter than the first one. So the way I got into credit, I didn't intend to. I had my rental car company. I was watching somebody on the internet. He had way more cars than me, and he started up after me. He scaled way faster. I'm looking like I'm spending all of my money on cars. If I got 30,000 in the bank, because you gotta remember when I'm renting out cars, I still got the money coming in when I'm renting out cars. So if I had like 30,000, I would spend like 25,000, 28,000 on new cars. So I can't run it. I had to run out of all of my money to get new cars. But I knew on the first or whatever that looked like, the money was coming back. So I seen dude was like, yeah, I finance all my cars. I don't pay no cash. I'm looking like, what? What are you talking about? So went over to the dealership, right? I'm like, oh, this Challenger dope. I'm about to finance it. Mind you, I don't know about credit. I know cash. I know how to make money. Excuse me. So go to the dealership, test drive the Challenger. I want this one. Do all the paperwork, try to get it, get denied. What's going on? Your credit score. Dang. Go to another one. I find a cheaper one, thinking that I can finesse the system and figure out how to get the next car. They tell me like, hey, you can get this car, but I would have damn near had to put down 70% of the money. And the interest was almost as high as the car.
Mm.
So after that, I talked to my buddy. He was like, bro, just fix your credit. You'll be good. So in my head, I'm like, I pay somebody, they fix my credit. I'm just about to go right back next month. In my head, that's how I thought because I don't understand credit. Paid the first company to fix my credit. Nothing happened. Second company. Then I found somebody on Instagram, paid him. Mind you, we like a year in from the last time I got denied. Nothing happened. So at that point, I was like, man, I'm about to fix my own credit. Do what I got. I'm going to do it myself. So I bought some credit repair letters off. There was one guy that was supposed to be really good, Delavante. He is really good. So I started sending those letters. Long story short, 3-4 months in, I actually fixed it. I got approved for my first credit card, which was a $30,000 Bank of America, a $15,000 Bank of America, and that's how I got the Tesla. I paid $0 for it. For whatever reason, I don't know if anybody else did this or they just finessed me. It's $500 to make a Tesla account. Not for the car to down payment. If you want to make a Tesla account, it costs $500. So I used the business credit card,
What's
swipe
a
it.
Tesla account?
A Tesla account?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's like to get the Tesla app, like how I like start my car and everything, control it from the app.
Mm-hmm.
It was $500 to get that.
That's
So
crazy.
swipe the business credit card, put it on Toro.
Hey, that's that the upscale we was talking about.
Right. So yeah, I put it on Toro. A couple weeks later, got my money right back. And then I started running that play.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point, I'm looking like, dang, this is powerful. So I just started looking into it like, dang, what if I start doing people's credit? Because I knew other people that had the same problem. So I'm like looking into it like, it ain't really take me that long. I can learn this. So I started like doing like studies. If I get into a business, I don't know if anybody else do this, but I'm always looking at the market, how much money, like what the market look like. Can I actually make money doing this? I say this got me. It says 79% of people got inaccurate or bad credit. I said, what? In my mind, this is what I heard. If I walk past 10 people, 8 people need my services. I got an 80%. I got an 80% chance if I talk to somebody that they need their credit done. What you think I did? Hey, mama, send me your credit report. Hey, baby, send me your credit report. Send me your credit report. Oh, boom, knocked out about 8 of them. Start posting them. And I did it strategically. I post one, say some stuff. This is where I started. So I bought some templates to post off of Fiverr for like $5. I post like 3 of those, then I post the credit result. Post 3 of those, and then I post the credit result. It was like, oh yeah, I didn't know you fixed credit. Da, 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 da. So first few people, I did it for like $350. I think I did like my first like 20 people for $350. Started removing their stuff. I'm like, oh, I need $500. And I just started like running it from there. And that's how I got into the credit repair space. That's literally exactly what I did.
Nigga, that's bars after bars.
But yeah, that's how I got into that space. But I think the main thing that people need to focus on in the beginning is make money, because you can utilize the money to hire people to fix the problems. Or I would say the most important thing, any business you get into, and this is anybody, hire a coach, hire a mentor if you get into business, because you don't know what you don't know. Like me personally, I understand you get one chance at life. So I'm about speed. What if I want to make $1 million? Why not pay somebody who made $10 million in my space? Do you understand how fast he can get me to $1 million? When I learned that play, I'm looking like I'm about to put all my money into mentorship. So now I went to putting all my money in the cars to paying for courses. What I started out with. Now I understand how to do this faster. Phew, it speeds you up. Just think about if you stressed out with a problem like you. When you have a problem, what did I tell you to do?
Look it up.
Go to ChatGPT.
Oh yeah.
But that's your first mentor. Before you can afford it, you're gonna listen to podcasts like this, and you're gonna go to ChatGPT. But once you get to a point where you can hire a coach, just hire somebody who's already been there. If you're struggling with getting to 10K, hire somebody who's at 100K. He can show you how to get to 10K in his sleep. So I think that you should not be in business without a coach or a mentor. You that's definitely the most vital thing you have to do.
I ain't gonna lie, I've seen that a lot. Like between you and I can't really put out a bunch of names, but you and a couple other people, I've heard say the same exact stuff about mentors.
Nah, but yeah, that's the most important thing. Excuse me. And then the next thing I learned, this right here, like you remember, like when I was downtown every day, I was working 16-hour days, 14 hours. I work day and night. I try to have fun while I'm working because I didn't know what I'm doing to stop working. So got into a mastermind. Somebody explained to me and broke down the 10-80-10 rule. You know what that is?
I heard it, but I don't really feel like I understand it.
Okay, so this is the 10-80-10 rule. Let's say me, I got a credit repair business. You need salesperson, all business do. Marketer, let's say disputer, right? This is how that looked for me. On Sunday, that's the 10% is planning and strategizing. So I'm looking at it as like, okay, I need them to get this many disputes out. I need them to make this many calls, and I need them, the marketer, to reach out to this many people. So I'm writing all of that down in the SOP to show them, and Claude, excuse me, can assist you with this as well. So I'm going to be like, hey, I need all of this output. I'm writing down everything I need from my team because at this point, I know what I need to do to generate the money I need to generate. So I write down all of this, put it into Claude. It creates a SOP for everybody throughout the week. And then I give it to them. You can put it in a system like Notion. And then you can actually see once they check it off, everything they doing every day. So that's the 10%. The 80% is me giving it to my team. Instead of for me hopping on all of these meetings, why don't I just get on Loom or Zoom and record myself explaining it to them, or record myself actually doing the work and give them the video. And they got the SOP. So now Monday through Friday, they probably not going to bother me as much. Now I can come down here and do content. I can worry about other stuff because you got manager time, which is what I do on Sunday when I plan the business. Then you got maker time. That's you looking over your business, actually creating new revenues, how to do stuff, and creativity, which is what a CEO should actually be doing. So the last 80% is them executing. You don't execute, your team do. And then the last 10% is you approving everything that they do. Hey, how does this look, boss? Boom. Once they build up trust, you'll be fine. You can trust them to go out and do it. But at that point, now my team can go out and execute and do that. So that 10-80-10 rule saved me so much time throughout the week, so I can actually get on here and teach.
I ain't gonna lie. You just spit 3 clips. Like 2 minutes. You just spit 3 clips out.
Yeah, because I think people need that. Like that's the things. Like I wish it was a video of somebody breaking down everything you need to do. Like when you stuck in your credit repair business, what do I do here? Why am I here? Why am I struggling with that? People are not giving away this type of game. Mind you, and I understand why, because it costs me tens of thousands of dollars to be able to come back and teach this to people. but it's something I always wanted to do. But to go back to what I said earlier, I worked my ass off to put myself in a position. Now I got time to come back and help people. So that's why I'm doing the free masterclass where I'm actually training people to get them to six figures. If they don't understand it, they can get those coaching calls every week. So I can actually break down and explain everything they need to be able to move forward and get to those $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 months, or whatever that look like for them in this business.
Is that free? You said it's free, right?
Yeah, free masterclass where I break down the whole thing.
I was going to say, why don't you promote that and tell the people to join that?
That's the promotion. Because if you're serious, if you're not, write this down and implement this game if you ain't ready. But yeah, so I would definitely say that I hope people take this information in and they go and put the work in and get the type of results they're looking for.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. I'm going to close it out on that, man. I hope y'all got the game, the information, and I hope I deliver. And I want you to comment what you learned from this at the bottom. And like this is the Mind Behind the Money podcast. We want to bring on other entrepreneurs that's super successful, and they're going to be able to teach you information. And I want you to go out there and execute. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. The more time I can spend on these channels, the more money I can help make. See you in the next one.